What is up, everybody? It's Ross. I'm gonna do a reaction to Lecrae, his song called "Die for the Party." It's a response to Kendrick. Kendrick mentioned Lecrae in his "Watch the Party Die" song, and for anyone who's listened to Kendrick's track, he wants all the bad people to die. But Kendrick kind of still questions himself if that is the right thing to do, or is he thinking the right way? And in this crazy world with all these crazy and horrible people, what would someone like Lecrae, who is I believe he's a Christian rapper, what would he do in this situation? What does he believe? How does he think? What is the answer to getting rid of all these people in this satanic industry? That's pretty much what that song was about. And we're going to listen to this song. Lecrae is responding. Let's see.
I was wrestling like, should I write a verse? The culture got enough clout chasing vultures out here, trying to prove they worth. They need attention. They can't imagine me not trying to make myself look bigger off of this Kendrick mention. I can't imagine his position. Before I got on my mission, I was a party victim. I bought the party favors. I used my trauma, my single mama, to justify commas, to pay the devil's wages. Woo. It probably went over their heads. Basically what I said is I was government fed, bred for doing time in the feds, but Jesus bled. Instead of putting dents in their head, he turned his. My cup runneth over with nonsense. They hearts grow colder, they love to do evil, they burn their conscience. I want the dealer's head who gave my cousin fentanyl. Labels exploiting rapping addicts, man, I'm sick of y'all. My daddy ran with Compton Chris, my uncle's Pyru. Stuck in the middle of this madness, what should I choose? I should be choosing between Howard and Hampton. I love the people that I ran with, but look at the damage. You want me put you on, but I know you still with the scamming. A crooked doctor took advantage and hooked me on Xanax. It's killers sitting in a cell for taking somebody innocent, and they don't even feel no remorse. The worst ignorance. But when I take a look in the mirror, the blood of Uriah's on my hands, cause I'm that killer who had Bathsheba in his quarters. I'm that who let Eve taste the fruit of death. I'm dead sinner, I deserve death, along with all these liars and hypocrites. Fake tough rappers who fabricate they predicaments. Fake deep guru pushing voodoo on the people, telling folks that my God ain't real. That's real evil. I wonder what Lecrae would do. Hopefully seek the hand of God and tell him that he's incapable. But truthfully, I'm nobody to judge. My good deeds are like some period blood stains on a dirty rug. All I can offer them is Jesus' love. I know it sound foolish to many, like, really? That's all you got for us? Yeah, the cross is foolish to the perishing. The world will call me weak and the saints will say I embarrass them. I walk the valleys full of evil, I'm aware of it. I can't condemn the world and burn all of the heretics. Love is patient, so I'm trusting in the narrative. And Christ ain't watched the party die, he died instead of it.
Okay, that was Lecrae and his song Die for the Party. I feel like I need to re-listen to it. I need to hear it again.
I use AI.
I don't know what the
to optimize my schedule.
What
if I told you that 80% of your results come from just 20% of your...
I like how I believe he made the key higher than the Kendrick Lamar original one. That was pretty dope. Kind of like representing like a higher tone, because like when you listen to Kendrick's, I don't know what key that is. I can probably find out to be for real. But Kendrick is kind of in a dark place, versus what Lecrae is. He's kind of like reflecting, and he's been through all of it, and he has this kind of positive perspective. It seems like I need to re-listen to the lyrics, to really kind of understand it. So I might listen to it again. I don't know. Or just go through these lyrics here. No, I'm not gonna do all that. But maybe we can like kind of look at some of the lyrics he was talking about, because there were certain points that I like. Because all right, so when I hear Kendrick say, okay, I wonder what Lecrae would do. He views Lecrae as kind of better than Kendrick. Like, oh, Lecrae's a better person than me, and I wonder what he would do. Like, what is his answer to all these conniving, evil people in the music industry, and then just in all of the whole thing, Hollywood, music, politics. It all kind of falls. They're all kind of fall in the same category, right? So, Lecrae starts off talking about his life, and I think he's really just trying to set up to maybe new listeners of where he's from, and like he's been at the bottom, and but through God, him. I'm trying to find the blood of Uriah's on my hands because I'm the killer. I'm not a Christian, so I really don't know like all the lore, the Christian lore that he's kind of dropping, but I kind of got some, like, okay, hopefully see. So like this part here, he says, hopefully seek the hand of God and tell him that he's incapable, but truthfully, I'm nobody to judge. I'm curious about that. Hopefully seek the hand. I wonder what Lecrae would do. Hopefully seek the hand of God and tell him that he's incapable. I wonder what Lecrae would do. So I'm assuming he's gonna get advice from God, and God is gonna tell him that he's incapable of changing this evil, telling folks that my God ain't real. That's real evil. Okay, so he's talking about people who don't believe in God or say that God isn't real. Personally, I think it's debatable. Meaning, like, is that really evil for someone who doesn't believe in God or like doesn't think it's evil? I feel like there's people that believe in God and like still do evil things, like, and to me, it's like that's what matters most. Like, are people doing evil things? Not if whether or not they believe. Is that really evil? So, but anyway, that's my only, like, this is one of my critiques here. I'm just reading here. He says, hopefully seek the hand of God and tell him that he's incapable. So, my good deeds are like some period blood stains on a dirty rug. That is a crazy bar. I can't stand those kind of bars, like where they talk about PMS. It's weird to me. I think it's gross as well. Like, you didn't have to say period blood. Like, literally are like some period blood stains on a dirty rug. Why does it have to be period blood? Like, why can't it just be regular blood? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what does period blood have to do with anything? My good deeds are like some period blood stains on a dirty rug. Okay. Anyway, all that I can offer them if Jesus love. I know it sounds foolish to many, like, really, that's all you got for us? Yeah, the cross is foolish to the perishing. The world will call me weak, and the saints say I'm embarrassing. I walk through valleys full of evil, I'm aware of it. I can't condemn the world and burn all of the heretics. Love is patient, so I'm trusting in the narrative. And Christ ain't watched the party die. He died instead of it. So anyway, I really don't know what Lecrae. I feel like there should be a direction. I feel like if somebody mentioned me and said, what would Nile do? Like, I feel like I would have something like a little bit more. I mean, I don't know. So, but I feel like, okay, this conversation right now that we're having is really based off of people's like religious beliefs, just keep it real, so I think, that's why I think Christian rap is not that popular, compared to like just regular rap. Because like when you get to religion, when you get into politics, like it gets weird. Like people are like, man, I'm not trying to hear that. Like everyone has like kind of their own path, So, anyway, I guess what I want to say is, the song, his lyrics, I mean, his flow is really good. He was sliding on the whole thing. The lyrics, like I have to kind of look at it, but I'm not that impressed with the lyrics, but I like how he put the words together. And, I have the message flow as well. So you can't really see, it's kind of blurry, but my LED in the back is message flow, lyrics, magic. So I really value each one individually, but like when it's together, like, and it's right, it's perfect. So that's kind of how I make my music. Like I focus on the message and what is my flow, like that's the order. Like, okay, what am I going to talk about? What do I want people to convey? And then the flow, that's so important. Just like a beat, like sometimes we really don't care what the song's about. The beat is nice, that's all that matters. So the same thing with lyrics. Like a lot of people, like they're not gonna listen to the lyrics. Like I feel like, all right, for me, I like the flow. Like I think the flow is really important. I think that really drives songs. And then the lyrics, when the lyrics are high quality within the flow, that's even better. And so when you have those three qualities, you got a good message, you got a good flow, and you got good lyrics, you're going to make magic. So anyway, do I think he implemented all those elements in here? Yes and no. I think that he has a great flow. I think the lyrics are decent. Like I said, I don't know a lot of the Christian, and the Bible lore to really kind of pick up like all of the gems that he's dropping. The message, I don't know what his message is for real. Like, okay, like what are you saying? Like, we should just kind of let's just let shit keep moving. I don't know. He said, love is patient, so I'm trusting the narrative. And Christ ain't watched the party die. He died instead of it. So, I just, I don't understand that, honestly. Because I mean, if that was the case, Christ died, but there's still evil in this world. So like, to me, it's like, okay, he's saying that he ain't watched the party die. He died instead of it. I feel like, okay, so instead, meaning he replaces it. He replaced it. Like, is that the answer? That, so anyway, but I do like this part where he says love is patient. So I'm trusting in the narrative, cause that's my belief. I think that we need patience, and I think we need to kind of get to the root, and so this is kind of like, if I talk about anything, like if I made this song, if I responded to this song, it'd be from like my Buddhist perspective that, we each have to do the inner work. The reason why we have an environment that is so like sick and miserable of people is because I think that, number one, we have a very deep-seated lack of respect for our lives, as human beings. And so when we lack the respect for our own life, it's only going to reflect how we feel about other people. And then I think the philosophy is important. And so, I mean, if I'm talking just about in America, like, this America, like, it kicked off on some crazy shit, like with Native Americans, and then, the transatlantic slave trade, the slave trade, I think for a long time, this country doesn't really have a humanistic philosophy. So I think that's the most important part, is the philosophy. And then number one is to understand that, like, in order for the environment to change, we have to transform ourselves. So like, my rebuttal to Kendrick, because his answer is like, everyone should die. He wants everyone to die, and he, and then we'll have better people. But like, that's not gonna work. That's why, like, that's what happened. I don't want to get too political, but I mean, that's kind of how ISIS came about. Those were the children of the men that were killed from the Iraq war. I mean, what Kendrick is saying is nothing new. Like I think most people think that way. We just need to unalive all these people. That's kind of but that's not the answer. That's why there's always war, because we think, all right, this is how, it's really going to be like, we have to have dialogue. We have to really get to the root of it. So it's hard work. But to me, that's what needs to happen. Anyway, that's what I would say. That's what I would say if I had to, write this verse. Like message wise, I just, I don't know what I was supposed to get from this. So, but maybe people who are Christian and listen to Christian rap, like they know what he's going, like what he means. And, please let me know what he is really trying to say. 'Cause in my head, it's like, okay, just put your hand in God, And so, but maybe I should just accept that. Maybe I should just accept that. That is my reaction to Lecrae, Die for the Party. And if you guys enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. So anyway, appreciate y'all. Peace.